Okay, go on again.
We work out of a trailer. A 30-foot trailer, 186 people have to go in every day.
How long have you been with them?
You know, they have to go to the bathroom, you know, through a thin wall. They're right next to everybody. I mean,
we're all in trailers.
Well, what's the deal with
trailers?
What's with all these buildings?
It's still, some of it's FEMA negotiations, bringing the electricity back. It's been a long haul.
90% of our people were ready to come back to work October the 2nd, 2005. And they held people off. You know, they said crazy things like, if you don't have anywhere to live, you can't come back to work.
I say paratransit need more drivers.
Right.
We denied 300 paratransit disabled people a day because we don't have the manpower, and he haven't brought the manpower back in.
Right.
Now the excuse they would give is that they don't have the equipment, but they never ordered equipment. They just talked about it. Now we supposed to get our first bus in April of '08, almost 3 years after the storm. We've been working in this building for about a year. Before that, we had to sit on a bus. We was actually sitting on a bus waiting to get our runs, and the clerk had to sit in the middle of the bus to give out transfers and everything. We had to beg for this trailer here.
Right. What do you think? Why are they not providing that kind of thing for you?
Poor leadership. That's what you have to blame them. They have the funds. FEMA gave them $6 to $8 million. It's not that they're not funded. Just off the sales tax to get over $50 million.
In a city that the most transit-dependent city in the whole country, why is this not the top political priority of the elected
leaders? You're right,
leaders?
it's not the top priority of our leaders, and I don't know why. I can't really say why it isn't, but I don't know if you could say percentage-wise how you could put the blame. You know, I mean, a lot of it's FEMA red tape. We can all acknowledge that. I mean, I think nobody would deny that.
Right.
Some of it's the massness of it, you know, it's just a whole lot harder to get anything done.
We spend more money on consultants than we have on actually putting service on the street. And all the consultants come from outside of the city.
A lot of the decisions that they're making are based on what can generate the most money. But then you also said that a lot of the decisions that they're making don't make a lot of business sense either. So what's...
Okay, now what they're basically saying is, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So we're not going to put out service where we don't think we're going to make any money. You know, but my thing is this: how are the people in New Orleans East ever going to come back? How are they going to bring their kids back? How are they going to work on their homes if you don't put the service out there, have the service available for them? I mean, you got to go out on a limb sometime, you know. And if you're going to aid in bringing this city back, you know, you got to get ahead of the curve sometime.
We was the ones that got the sales tax, and it hurts because the people are suffering, and that's their penny. They voted for that because they needed transportation.
And what did what did your members do in order, did you go out and
knock door to door, canvas, knock door to door, getting the petition people to sign, and then when they put it to vote, it passed easily.
There was a huge layoff. We went from 1,350 people we're an agency of about 520 now.
But that needed to be done. Why did that?
It needed to be done because we had no money.